Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Hope you all had a good spring break last week and got to relax and all recharge, ready for the final push. Tonight, we're going to have the invocation by Mr. Raper, and we're going to start out with our pledge with the Junior ROTC from Appalachia High School. Everybody please stand.
Forward, march. Mark on, march. Colors, hold. See the colors. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Mark time, march. Forward, march. Mark time, march. Forward, march. Mark on, march. Colors, hold. Order, arm. I'm Cadet Staff Sergeant John White, and I'm in the program for a semester.
I'm Cadet Sergeant Samuel Davis, and I'm in the program.
I'm Second Lieutenant William Chaplin. Right face, right shoulder, arms.
Colonel,
Forward, march.
before y'all leave, Colonel,
Just hold on.
first of all, great job, cadets. I also want to point out that this will be Colonel Courtney's last official. We hope we'll get him back for some more, but duty here at the at one of our board meetings, as he's retiring this year. Just want to thank you so much for all your service, number one, in the, of course, in the military, but your service to the Winder Barrow, to the Barrow County and Brigade and Appalachia and everything you've done for the whole county. It's just been amazing. We're really.
Alrighty, thank you guys. We'll say a real quick prayer and then we'll get our meeting started tonight. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for another opportunity to come before you on behalf of this great school system. I hope you'll be with us tonight. Everything that we say and do, just let us enjoy the celebration of those getting awards and recognitions and just learning about all the good things that have happened and that are continuing to happen in our system. I pray that you just be with us tonight and all these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Jordan. Okay, first order of business. I'd like a motion to approve the minutes from our March 1st meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Next, for the called meeting on March 8th, a motion to approve, please.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. And lastly, for the minutes for tonight, motion to approve. No, motion for the 29th, I'm sorry.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. And for the approval of tonight's agenda. Approval of tonight's motion.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Committee reports, Queen School, Ms. Stevens.
Yes.
Enlighten us.
I will. Mr. Lumpkin, Ms. Kelly, and myself went to Appalachia, Hammond, Morriston, Yargo for a Clean Schools visit. I have to tell you, it was a serious problem. But it was a good problem to have because it took us forever to decide who we were gonna name as the winner of the Clean School of the Month because the schools were all in such great shape. I went around trying to find dust. Okay, that's how bad this was, so that we could make this decision. And at the end of the day, after much discussion, we did make a decision. But I have to tell you, all three of these schools should be very proud of the job that they're doing. Their staff is doing. I talked with lunchroom workers and teachers and administrators, and they all had nothing but kind things to say about their staff and the great job that they're doing. But we had to pick one. We almost had to flip a coin, but we finally decided that Yargo is a school, Clean School of the Month. So congratulations to them.
Thank you for that report. Next, Dr. Wing Mike, has got some recognition.
We've got our Young Georgia author winners for the research. This time, we'll take me down to the podium.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you for allowing us to come before you today to recognize some of our Barrow County School System students who have done really well in the Young Georgia Author Writing Contest. There are 4 levels in that contest. One is at the school level, system level, RESA level, and then there's state level. So these students won at their school level, they won at the system level, and we're here tonight to recognize them for winning at the RESA level. So when we call your name, if you will please come up front. And this is Amy Trawick from RESA, Northeast Georgia RESA, and she's here with me to recognize them and provide them with a certificate. Our 4th grade student at Kennedy Elementary School is Bailey Abdullah. Bailey, if you'll come on up. Bailey's writing was called Clowning Around. Good job. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And our other RESA winner was a 12th grader at Winder Barrow High School, Fiona Sugg. And her writing was called A Brief Inquiry into the Wonders of the Train Floors. We are very proud of these students. Amy, do you want to say anything?
We look forward to the state judging is at the end of this month. And so hopefully we will have the final results before school gets out. And we look forward to hopefully coming back in May and presenting with some state level winners.
They have their families here tonight. If you'll please stand, Bailey and Fiona's. Let's give them a round of applause. We do have also a teacher from Kennedy and a teacher from Winder Barrow High School. So y'all please stand as well so you can be recognized. Okay, if y'all will come out in the area out here and you can get your pictures taken.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. Great job. All right. I don't think we have any visitors or requests to appear before the board tonight. Dr. Green? Houston?
Good evening. We'll go over our SPOS receipts for the month of March. We received $1,514,599.79 for March. And you can see in the graph below just how we stand compared to the last 6 years, 5 years. That was good news. We'll move on to our financial summary. So for the month of March, for the general fund, our fund balance at March 31st was $63,646,000. Our total revenues year to date is $122.3 million. Our total expenditures year to date, $104.3 million. Our total revenues for the month of March, $8.9 million. Our total expenditures for the month of March, $11.5 million. And we are 75% of the year. So as always, we like to see the red bar below that amount and the green bar above it, and that's where we're at. The next is just our detail. If you have any questions about that, let me know. We'll move on to our special revenue fund. Our special revenue fund, this is for the month of February. We run a month behind here. And so our year-to-date revenues were $25.1 million and our year-to-date expenditures were $22.4 million. And the next one is our enterprise fund. I'll have more to talk about this during the budget process. We've had to move out. We did have our after-school activities in this fund, but we're only allowed to use one enterprise fund per the state, and it has to be used for something that is revenue generating. And so we're going to start putting our police citation tickets that we're going to start getting revenue for that. We're going to put that in this enterprise fund. So we had to move our after school activities out of this fund and into the general fund. Our next fund is the capital projects funds. So our year to date is $22.9 million for revenues, and our expenditures are $24 million. And then the last one is debt service. Our year to date revenues $11.6 million and our expenditures $15.3 million. And that's all I have for tonight. Y'all remember that we do next Wednesday night, we do have our budget, tentative budget, going over that with the board next Wednesday. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Houston. Mr. Burnham. Dr. Moulton. Okay. Moving right along, we don't have any business to clarify from previous meetings. No old business and new business. We need to decide on a delegate and an alternate for the meeting in Savannah that'll take place. Ms. Stevens and Ms. Kelly, would you serve as the delegate and alternate?
Sure.
Okay. Can we get a motion to approve?
If you weren't here.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Okay. Thank you both. GSBA legislative positions. One of the most important responsibilities of the Georgia School Board Association is to represent the collective resolve of local boards to the state's governing and regulatory bodies. This is the opportunity for each local board of education to propose changes to the current 2022 GSBA legislative positions if they wish to do so. Proposed changes can be amendments to current positions, deleted positions, or adding new ones. Changes in rationale due to GSBA no later than April 18th, 2022. I don't believe we have any changes that have been proposed. Can we get a motion to approve the legislative positions as they stand?
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Move on to the consent agenda. Aruba Network switches. The superintendent recommends awarding the purchase of Aruba switches to low respondent MXN of Woodstock, Georgia in the amount of $40,787. Next, we have the fleet fuel card vendor change. The superintendent recommends switching fuel card company from Universal Premium over to WEX Inc. Fuel cards for AHS buses. This will provide savings in fees up to $1,000 per month, along with a 0.25% rebate per transaction. We have a budget amendment for the bus fuel. The superintendent recommends an amendment of $189,000 for general fund balance to the existing fuel budget for the remainder of school year 21-22 to cover rising fuel costs of $1.94 per gallon for a monthly increase of $48,500. We have the Department of Education resolution approving 5-year local facilities plan. The superintendent recommends approval of the system's 5-year local facilities plan and signing of a resolution for the State Department of Education confirming this approval. We have the Georgia Department of Education bonus. Superintendent recommends that the Board of Education approve a one-time salary supplement to all eligible employees and contracted custodians. Net cost to be offset by the state of Georgia. Estimated costs from CARES ESSER 2 funds of $1,098,000. Exemplary committee assessment review. The exemplary committee has reviewed the results of the same self-assessment used by the board and recommends approval of the committee's work. Get approval for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, ma'am.
Under the Georgia DOE bonus, I know that the State Board of Education approved a one-time salary supplement for employees and contracted custodians. But it was my understanding after reading the bill that we may actually have to locally participate in part of that money. Is that correct? Was I right about that? Do we know how much our share of that's going to be?
$1,098,000.
That is.
That is our share.
That's our share. It was a $4.4 million expense, 3.2 was covered by the state.
See, I hate it when they do that and they don't fund it. So,
But there's a chance it could be funded. I think you brought up that might be covered. No chance. Okay.
So-
We mentioned a little bit about CARES.
Oh, CARES funding is gonna cover the rest of it, yeah.
okay, so CARES is actually going to pick up this. We're not having to go back and,
This time, yeah. Last time. they did it.
yeah, seriously. Okay, I just needed to clarify that for my own
Right.
satisfaction. And the other concern I have is the exemplary committee assessment review. We need an assessment review document. I'm in total agreement with that because every year we do the assessment and we kind of have been operating by the seat of our pants and going back and trying to find, things that we did that were good, that would make us an exemplary board. So I'm in total agreement that we need a review. I have two concerns. One is that when we did the training for this, the whole board was not present. So we had two or three members that were not there for that training.
Or the
Right.
exemplary committee or the previous one.
Right.
And this one's the committee.
Okay.
This is the committee that is
You and Jordan.
yourself and Jordan, Julia Simpson, Dr. Petrie.
Right, but I'm saying when we came up with the self-assessment used by the board.
Yeah. We're
Right.
discussing, are you talking about are you referring to the training we had
Yes,
prior? Yeah.
right.
We've got that on for discussion for the next work session.
Okay, all right.
That's not this.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's
all
not
right.
part of this.
Y'all have to forgive me. I do have Aprilitis today.
I understand. It's
Okay.
going around. It's also known as senioritis.
Okay,
Kenny, you made a motion.
I second.
We need a second.
I made the motion.
I
he
second.
seconded.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, thanks, everybody. We need a motion to approve the authorization for committees to meet. The Clean School for April will be Vince, Lisa, and Jordan.
second.
All in favor? We done already?
We have a teacher of the year too, don't we? Maybe.
Teacher of the Year, we're underway. Is everybody, are you enjoying this?
When some of them, I took them to Fish and Forge with me.
Teachers are fabulous.
Yes.
Okay, and
Is our Wednesday training in person or Zoom?
In person.
In person.
We're done Zoom.
Wednesday.
anything else for the good of the board today? Okay. Now we'll be adjourned. Thanks, everybody.